I'm here to make a difference.
I'm here to create.
To innovate.
To do research that matters.
I am here to continue asking questions.
To continue learning.
To expand my horizons.
I am here to grow.
Hello, and welcome to Simon Fraser University's Fall 2021 Convocation. First, thank you for following regional, provincial, and university event safety protocols to keep us safe and healthy. I have a few important announcements for your enjoyment and safety during the ceremony. As advised by the regional and provincial health authorities, all guests are asked to remain in their assigned seats, and the wearing of masks is recommended. And, as per fire regulations, the aisleways must remain clear. In the case of an emergency evacuation, follow the directions of event personnel to the assembly point, which is located down the stairs behind you, which will be down there. And on to the track and field just outside the gym. Please proceed slowly and carefully. Those with accessibility needs should proceed to the Halpern Center, located northeast of Convocation Mall, which is just over here. The weather is cool today. SFU blankets and other gifts and mementos are available for purchase from the SFU Spirit Shop in the Maggie Benston Center, which is just on your right, so it's just over there. Flower bouquets and professional graduation photos are also available for purchase from the Retail Services tents on the north side of Freedom Square, which is just over there. If you need to leave at any point during the ceremony, please use the exit located at the back of the mall. A stamp will be required for re-entry, and you can get your stamp just as you exit. In consideration of all guests, we ask that you refrain from conversation during the ceremony, and please turn your cell phones on silent. If you require assistance or have questions, please do not hesitate to contact one of our student ushers who are dressed in black gowns and located throughout the Convocation Mall. For all our graduands and guests near and far, we encourage you to share your photos and messages on social media using the hashtag MySFUGrad. And for our guests online, please join in the live chat during the program. It is now time for all graduands to return to the north side of the AQ courtyard to prepare for the convocation ceremony. All graduands must return to the AQ courtyard now. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy the ceremony. members of the 6-time world champion Simon Fraser University Pipe Band. Friends here on the SFU Burnaby campus and online, near and far, Convocation 2021 is about to begin. For those in Convocation Mall, first, thank you for your patience and for following regional, provincial, and university event safety protocols to help keep us all safe and healthy. I have a few very important announcements for your enjoyment and safety during the ceremony. As advised by the regional and provincial health authorities, all guests are asked to remain in their assigned seats, and the wearing of masks is recommended. And as per fire regulations, the aisleways must remain clear. In the case of an emergency evacuation, follow the directions of event personnel to the assembly point, which is located down the stairs behind you, on the track and field outside the gym. Please proceed slowly and carefully. Those with accessibility needs should proceed to the Halpern Center, which is located on the northeast of Convocation Mall. In consideration of all guests, we ask that you refrain from conversation during the ceremony, and please turn your cell phones on silent. For all our graduands and guests, near and far, we encourage you to share your photos and messages on social media using #MySFUGrad. And for our guests online, please join in the live chat during the program. Would the audience online, as well as here, please rise for the academic procession.
Quaitel. Te, Chet to sok whiten. Namus, let's hope Michelle Stalmuk. Namus, to not a sap, to tell us cool out to Haman. Was a tale squile, what nam elwell to noyap sutaos. Nath a swayap squile taste seats. Chin kunman told me up, to noyap, in a quaitel, say I chit. You want hot to us, sates up yap, a tale squile. We're here, close to a place called Soquaiton, with what our ancestors called it. We're Scopish. We're the Scopish people, also alumni from this great school. But we're here today for all of you students. This is your day, and I want to congratulate all of you, raise my hands to you for all the work that you've done here, all the hard work you've done to get to this day. You want hot to squallow and yap taste states. Kun man told me up. Oh, yeah.
An hath and squalwin, quis clake, quicnomi, to noyapen and se yayite, to squiles deceits, and sequedal, to squiles deceits. I'd like to say that I welcome you and am glad to see all of you here today, all of you my friends and all of you my family who are graduating today. I put my hands up saying Kayachtan and welcome you to the ancestral traditional lands of the Squamish Okomeok, Squamish Nation, Tsleil-Waututh, Coquitlam, Semiahmoo, Katzie, Kwantlen, and our family in Musqueam, asking you to have a Yetwan Haltzaitop, an excellent day work today, and that we come together in Chomot and Squalwan with one heart and one mind to Chen Swite, stand and work together to hold each other up, support one another, and help each other. I am Sequalia, also known as Ann Wannick, and I'm here with my nephews, and I'm also an alumni and the elder in residence for the Indigenous Student Center here at Burnaby campus. My late grandfather taught me that we all have, and Longhouse elders, that we all have an inner energy, a force, and that we receive energy from Creator through the top of our heads into our energy, and we send out that spiritual prayer and energy to others and family. And so I'm going to ask you all to come together and just take a few breaths. You're not to have your hands like this, or this, or this. So now we'll do Tai Chi yoga exercises. And I say that because laughter is medicine, my old people taught me, but it makes you open your hands. So open your hands, take 4 breaths and ground yourself. I'm just going to do a short part of Sequalia's song called Greeting of the Day. Then I'm going to say a short prayer for the work today and then turn it back over to the hosts here. Oh Koichacha. Chenque mentomi kakakanek chasiam yonsionso to noyop and manman squalwin to squals to seats. Yonsio manman equato chet yop squalwin, siayat chet yop squalwin, o camille chet yop squalwin. Asking you, Creator, to watch over and guide each and every one of your children gathered here today and guide them and all of their families, their friends, and the villages they're from and communities where they live, work, and play. Asking you to help each of them with their squalwin, their feelings in their hearts and minds, their emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual well-being and health. Also, Creator, asking you to let today be a yetwan halt seitzop, an excellent work today, Creator, and let us share our snachum, our words, winoxus in a respectful way. Tama quitsi snachum, those are my words.
Good morning, everyone. Please join me in thanking Elder Sequalia for sharing that very, very warm welcome. Elder Sequalia is a member of SFU's Elders Program, and I'd like to take this opportunity to pay my respects to elders past and present. Thank you also to the fabulous internationally recognized members of the SFU Pipe Band, who each and every convocation recognize and celebrate with us. Suwo, Billy, and Katsalano, Victor Harry of the Squamish Nation for their drumming and song. Haichka, thank you for sharing that with us. It's an honor to be here today on the traditional unceded and continually occupied territories of the Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, Coquitlam, Musqueam peoples, on whose territories we are privileged to gather this morning. My name is Tamara Vrooman. I am the Chancellor of the Simon Fraser University. I'd now like to invite Jessica Stewart, who graduated in June 2021 from the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences and is a member of the SFU Choir, to lead us in the singing of O Canada. For those of you who are joining us online, please join us in rising if you are able.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you very much, Jessica. That was lovely. Please be seated. I declare Convocation Fall 2021 assembled for the granting of degrees. Madam President, members of the Board of Governors and Senate, faculty, honored guests, graduands, family, and friends, I'm pleased to preside as Chancellor over these ceremonies, and it's particularly exciting to see so many of you here in person, our first convocation in person since 2019. In attendance today are a number of distinguished guests in the audience and on the platform, including members of Senate, vice presidents, deans, and faculty. I'd also like to acknowledge Dr. Anka Kessler, member of the SFU Board of Governors, Catherine Clement, who will be conferred an honorary doctorate of laws this morning, our SFU alumni legacy parents and families, and all of you who are joining us online, locally and from around the world. Please let us know where you're watching from in the chat. Welcome all. Honored guests, President Johnson, graduates, families, and friends, faculty and staff, what an honor it is to be here with you today at this important milestone of your lives. And how fabulous it is, as I said, to see you in person, despite the wind and the occasional blast of rain. I can't tell you how much I've looked forward to seeing you in person to celebrate this milestone with you. Although we must remain vigilant to keep us safe, it's great to see SFU come back to life. On campus, the number one thing I hear is how wonderful it is to have all of the students present in our campus once again. This is what a university is all about. Big, diverse, dynamic community, buzzing with creativity and ideas. Over the last 18 months, we've worked hard to keep that spirit alive, to keep teaching, to keep learning, to keep studying, to keep exploring through one of the most severe and economic crises of our time. Indeed, the resolve and determination shown by all of you has reminded us of some very enduring truths. Ideas matter. Science matters. Knowledge matters. They are part of the foundation upon which a humane, democratic, and inclusive society is built. A society that is able to confront big challenges, say like a global pandemic, and work to overcome them. But that is only part. To secure that foundation, to overcome those challenges, we know that ideas, science, and knowledge are not enough. They must also be paired with wisdom, with empathy, and most of all, with understanding. Over the last 18 months, we've learned this as well. And I'd like to take a very brief moment to share an example of the importance of the connection of knowledge to understanding from my own life. I grew up in Kamloops, in the interior of our province, and depending where you're from, we say that's halfway to Calgary or halfway to Vancouver. My home was on the hill opposite the Kamloops Residential School. From my bedroom window, I looked at that school every day of my young life. When I went to university, I studied history, and I learned more about our colonial past. And I knew, in the abstract, about its ongoing and terrible legacy. Later, as a public servant and credit union CEO, I worked on treaty negotiations, Indigenous self-government, and financial equity and equality. I knew the issues. I had the knowledge. But it wasn't until I learned about the 215 unmarked children's graves at the residential school opposite my bedroom window did I begin to understand. It wasn't until then did what I know become something that I better grasped. For me, this is one of the most profound personal lessons of the last year and a half. Knowledge and education gives us power to shape the world around us. But it is only through understanding that we can use that knowledge in service of building a better society. Not with armies, not with weapons, not with coercion, not with oppression, but with empathy, with humility, and with the wisdom that is born from understanding. That's one of the reasons I love Simon Fraser University. In addition to being one of Canada's great institutions of higher learning, to which I'm sure you all can attest on this day, it has advanced research, and SFU radiates with a spirit of community and common purpose. From its very founding, SFU has tried to pair knowledge with experience, to try to foster a deeper level of understanding. First as a radical campus, today as an engaged community. It's what distinguishes SFU. And now, as you leave this institution, you are equipped with the skills you need to succeed, but also, I hope, with the wisdom and understanding that you need to truly thrive. Of course, that journey doesn't end today. Understanding takes a lifetime. The search for truth has no terminus. To echo the famous aphorism, truth's greatest friend is time. Its greatest enemy is prejudice. Its constant companion is humility. So be patient as you go out into the world. Be just, be humble, but above all else, seek to pair your knowledge and your education with the ability to understand. And I am confident that your world and our world will be better for it. We are all so proud of you. Now's the time when you all cheer. On behalf of everyone in the SFU community, our heartfelt congratulations. But we look forward to seeing you again. I now call upon the president of our university, Dr. Joy Johnson, for her address. Thank you so much.
I'm tipping my hat too. Thank you, Madam Chancellor. Graduates, honored guests, welcome everyone to this very, very special convocation ceremony. I hope you're keeping warm. Let me begin by acknowledging that I am privileged to be speaking to you today from the unceded traditional territories of the Squamish, the Tsleil-Waututh, the Musqueam, and the Coquitlam peoples. I recognize that as a settler on these lands, I have a responsibility to address and repair relations with Indigenous peoples whose lands we occupy. Acknowledging this is a first important step towards reconciliation. As I look out from this podium today and see all of you here, I am filled with enormous gratitude. It really is incredible to be back together. It's an incredible feeling. And I recognize that not all of you are able to gather in person. We have a number of people joining us online. But we are gathered together in spirit. You really are an amazing graduating class, and I know it has not been easy. There were hurdles along the way. There was wind. And I'm sure that earning a degree during a global pandemic wasn't quite what you expected when you first got your letter of acceptance. But you persevered. You pushed through. You will long be remembered for what you have achieved. And we are all so very proud of you. So congratulations. So now, as you begin the next chapter of your lives, each of you will take your own path. You're going to follow your own muse. But as you do so, always remember this. With your degree, every one of you shares something very important in common. You share the trust that education confers, not only to pursue your own dreams and aspirations, but to contribute to the well-being and the success of the community that surrounds and supports you. Those values come to life at Simon Fraser University. We have never been content to watch history unfold from the sidelines. Our instinct is always to engage, to lead, to be active participants in the world around us. We're a community of change makers because at SFU, we believe that the education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela said that, and he was right. Education at every level helps nurture the knowledge, the empathy, the humility that leads to lasting change. So, as you look to your future, I ask that you use this power wisely. You are graduating at a pivotal moment in history. There is much that we need to do to repair and heal the world, and you have the opportunity to make an enormous difference. But of course, we can put our minds to these things tomorrow. For today, today is for celebration, for big hugs, for pats on the back, with those in your close circle, of course, for laughter, and yes, I am sure a few tears as well. Earning a university degree is one of life's greatest achievements, one of life's most memorable and satisfying moments. It's also a time to give thanks to everyone who helped you along the way. Parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, teachers, professors, counselors, and advisors. They can't all be here today, so make sure you remember to reach out. We all stand on each other's shoulders for support and for guidance. We all stand on the shoulders of giants. And now, with your SFU degree in hand, you are now part of an extended family of SFU alumni that spans the country and the globe. People from all walks of life doing extraordinary things. Connect with them, learn from them, and know that we, everyone in the SFU community, are always here for you. Our heartfelt thanks and congratulations. We are so fortunate to know you. Until we meet again.
Thank you so much, President Johnson. SFU's honorary degree is the highest honor conferred by our university. Degrees are awarded to distinguished individuals in recognition of their scholarly, scientific, or artistic achievement, or in recognition of exceptional contribution to the public good through professional or philanthropic activity. Their achievements celebrate our university's values and serve as an inspiration for the entire SFU community. They are role models to our students, graduates, and faculty. The honorary degree will now be conferred. To present the honorary degree candidate, Ms. Catherine Clement, I'm pleased to welcome Dr. Kelly Lee. Dr. Lee is professor in the Faculty of Health Sciences at Simon Fraser University and Tier 1 Canada Research Chair in Global Health Governance. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Lee.
Madam Chancellor, I am privileged to present Catherine Clement, a much-lauded communicator and community curator who volunteers her powerful interviewing and storytelling skills to help shine light and dignity on the social history of Chinese Canadian and other marginalized local communities. Born and raised in BC, Catherine studied psychology at York University before launching a distinguished communications career that would take her from Ontario Ministry of Higher Education to the City of Vancouver and eventually to the Vancouver Foundation, where she served as Vice President of Public Engagement and Communication. This all proved good training for a decade-long comprehensive passion project to find, document, preserve, and share little-known early histories from Vancouver's venerable Chinatown community and beyond. Among her many projects, she interviewed hundreds of residents to uncover hidden images from Yu Cho Chow, the city's first and most prolific Chinese-Canadian photographer. She led a community collection initiative which culminated in a month-long public exhibition and book that explored a tumultuous and transformative period in Vancouver's early history. In 2020, her book, Chinatown Through a Wide Lens, The Hidden Photographs of Yu Cho Chow, was awarded the prestigious BC Lieutenant Governor's Medal of Historical Writing. Catherine has also curated and designed a number of exhibitions for the Chinese Cultural Centre of Vancouver and the Chinese-Canadian Military Museum, designing a series of exhibitions about Chinese-Canadian soldiers during the Second World War. She is now working to mark the 100th anniversary of the notorious 1923 Chinese Exclusion Act. Madam Chancellor, Catherine Clement's career embodies SFU's core value of community engagement, highlighting important and diverse perspectives. She has brought overdue recognition and proud voice to communities whose stories have long been absent from our national narrative. For these important contributions, I ask that you now confer upon her the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Catherine Clement, by virtue of the authority vested in me by this university and the Senate, I now confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Congratulations. Dr. Catherine Clement will now be accompanied by Dr. Elizabeth L., Vice Provost and Associate Vice President, Learning and Teaching, and Ms. Romana Khan Hamain, Associate Vice President, Students and International, to sign the honorary degree register.
It is with pleasure that I now call upon Dr. Catherine Clement for her convocation address. Congratulations.
Thank you. Just a moment here. I'm a little clumsy, so. Well, this is such an honor and most unexpected. I never, ever imagined receiving this type of recognition. Never crossed my mind. In fact, it was so unexpected that I almost didn't make it here today. The original email message from your president of SFU went straight into my spam folder.
And now I almost never check my spam, and I'm sure a lot of you are like this too, but for some reason I did on this one occasion. And I saw the message, I dismissed it as a phishing email, and thought it was some sort of thing, click here and whatever. But so I'm amazed that I'm here today. I've learned that life can be occasionally punctuated with random, unexpected opportunities, or accidental opportunities, as I call them. When I graduated from university, like you are today, I had a plan. I had my life mapped out. I was working towards certain goals. But as the singer John Lennon reminded us, life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. My career in communications began quite by accident. Early one morning, I got a panic call from a training company. Their regular instructor was ill, and they desperately needed someone to go into this new government office and train the staff on a new piece of software. Well, I walked into that office, and I never left. I ended up becoming their communications person, even though I knew nothing about communications, and I came to teach them about software. It was the start of a 20-year career in that field, but it was all a fluke. That instructor, falling sick on that particular day, changed the course of my life. About 12 years ago, I had another accidental opportunity. I saw a call for volunteers to interview the last of the World War II veterans. It sounded interesting. I was curious to hear from these eyewitnesses, these people who lived through the most tumultuous time in world history, more so than even today. The organizers learned I was half Chinese, so the first person they assigned me to interview was a Chinese-Canadian veteran named Leonard Wong. That interview, and the many others that would follow with other Chinese-Canadian veterans, would change my life, although I did not know that at the time. Friendships were formed, many photo albums were thumbed through. The most interesting conversations I've had in my life were had during those times. These aging veterans had so much material in their book of life. I heard about events and moments in history that you won't find in any history books. I was told many secrets. It was through these conversations I developed a love for these lesser known or forgotten stories, the story of everyday people. It was how I stumbled upon the long hidden work of Vancouver's first Chinese photographer, Yu Cho-chow, and how I discovered his role in documenting all marginalized communities of early Vancouver. He had been forgotten. I was so smitten by these stories that I decided to leave my very well-paid communications career and devote whatever time I have left to sharing these stories from our past. And every project I have done, every forgotten story I've helped to find and tell had its genesis in those remarkable moments with these aging war veterans. One of those veterans was Dr. Kelly Lee's father, Monty Lee, just a sweetheart. Along the way, I've been supported by the most incredible people who have toiled alongside me on these projects, often working for nothing. In particular, June Chow and Winnie Chung, who are here today. Thank you. But to think that this phase of my life's work and the most meaningful work I have done and what I'm being recognized for was an accidental opportunity that all started because I responded to that call for volunteers. None of you need any advice from me. You'll figure things out as you go along. You'll make some mistakes. You'll do a lot of things right. You've been given an excellent foundation from SFU. But I want to leave you with two suggestions. One, be open to those random accidental opportunities that'll come your way. Be open to changing your plans, shifting gears, walking through another door, It could be life-changing. Number 2, and most important, check your spam folder every once in a while. You just never know. Congratulations on your graduation. I'm so happy to be here to celebrate with you. I wish you all the very, very best in this next chapter of your life, and thank you, SFU, for this wonderful honor. Thank you.
Sage advice indeed. Thank you very much, Dr. Clement. As part of Convocation, the Alumni Association will present a Simon Fraser University alumni pin to the graduates after they leave the stage. Our alumni are incredibly important to us, and we're pleased that this symbolic presentation will launch you on your new role as an alumni of SFU. Mr. Oshi Mathur received a Bachelor of Applied Science with honors in Engineering Science in 2014. He's currently a member of the SFU Alumni Association Board, and I would now like to invite Mr. Mathur to the lectern to bring greetings to the graduates. Mr. Mathur.
Thank you, President Johnson. Good morning to SFU's newest alumni. Today, your relationship with SFU evolves as you officially become lifetime members of a worldwide network of more than 170,000 alumni in over 140 countries around the world. Staying connected to SFU as an alumnus provides you with opportunities to learn, grow, and thrive through local, national, international events, career resources, library services, and many other value-added benefits. As alumni, you now serve as ambassadors for SFU in your community. Through your journey, you will also inspire current and future students to dream, to strive for excellence, and to make their own mark in society. Please stay connected with us through social media and by signing up for our alumni email forwarding service. We want to hear from you and have a chance to celebrate your successes. As you cross the stage today, it will be my pleasure to present you with an alumni pin. Wear it as a symbol of your incredible achievement and connection to SFU. Be proud of your accomplishments, be proud of your SFU credentials, and thank you all for investing your time, energy, and talents in this great university. Congratulations, and welcome to SFU's global community of alumni. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mathur. So, before the graduates are presented individually to the Chancellor, Ms. Mizuki Giffen, a member of the graduating class, is going to address Convocation. Mizuki is graduating with an honors degree in world literature and a minor in English. Her thesis examines representations of small animals in select Ainu oral stories. She served as president of the World Languages and Literature Student Union. She's a producer of the World Literature Student Conference, a co-communication coordinator for the Lear magazine, volunteer with the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, and a peer tutor. She now works at the UBCO Library in her hometown of Kelowna and plans to pursue a master's in library and information sciences. I am now pleased to call upon Ms. Mizuki Giffen for the graduate address. Mizuki.
Thank you so much, President Johnson, Madam Chancellor, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, and of course, fellow graduates. I'm honored to be here today speaking about the incredible accomplishments of this graduating class. I'm also endlessly grateful to and appreciative of the ancestors of this beautiful land, the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations, and thank them for allowing us to be here celebrating today on their traditional ancestral territory. After being away from campus for so long, it's certainly a special feeling to be gathered here together again. Our graduating class is a group who finished our last 5 semesters remotely, commuting to class through the click of a button from our bedrooms around the world. For many of us, this will be the first time we're back on campus in nearly a year and a half. Returning to campus after so much time away provides a new, unique perspective into this space, which has served as a setting to some of the most beautiful, memorable, tumultuous, and often difficult years of our lives. I think we can all look back and remember the very first time we traveled up here, the excitement of navigating the unknown hallways, of buying our first coffee at Renaissance, of catching a view from the mountain view from West Mall for the first time, pausing in awe between classes to take it all in. At that time, starting our undergraduate or graduate degrees, there was a visceral excitement over the novelty of this campus, representing the promise of possibilities and experiences just on the horizon. Over time, though, drudging the long bus rides up the mountain, getting through the gray days, this novelty wears off. School gets overwhelming, assignments pile up, and we complain about the concrete and the rain and the broken buses. I don't know about you all, but in spring 2020, I was almost excited at the idea of getting a little break from it all. But being on campus again today, I see the space through the eyes of the person I was 4 years ago, in awe and excited and full of hope. I'm noticing the little details that make this university space so magical. The bulletin boards covered with advertisements for endless opportunities, snippets of passing conversations we hear in the hallways, streams of students with places to be, ideas to share, dreams to chase, all the things that remind us that we're part of something bigger than ourselves. Being on campus reminds us of this, that we belong to a special community of students and scholars, united in part by the concrete and the rain we love to complain so much about. This feeling that the university community facilitates of being part of something bigger, something special, it's not inherent or natural though. It's been built and shaped through decades of work. This graduating class has continued to do the substantial work of ensuring that this space, which should feel welcoming and accessible to all, is. I'm inspired by the work of my fellow students, and particularly Black, Indigenous, and LGBTQIA+ students, advocating for equity, for safety, for justice. Even when we were working remotely, this advocacy and work did not cease. And if anything, I've seen more students than ever confronting injustice, educating ourselves and others, and making changes in the small and large ways we can, both in the university community and beyond. And so this space is magical because of the reminder that countless students have walked these hallways before us, creating the space as we know it today. And because we know students in the future will continue to feel the changes we've made during our time here. Despite immeasurable hardships and, dare I say the dreaded words, unprecedented times, here we are. The magnitude of this incredible accomplishment can easily be lost among the chaos we've endured. But I hope that you can take a moment now to acknowledge how hard you worked to get here and let yourself feel nothing but an overwhelming sense of pride. You are here today because of your perseverance, your resilience, and your determination to push yourself beyond the limits of what you even knew you were capable of. I think most of us come to university with the hopes of making our parents, our families, our friends proud. But somewhere along the way, many of us come to realize that we've actually found a way to make ourselves proud, that we've surprised ourselves by accomplishing things we hadn't even dreamed of, and that we've ended up here today at the finish line despite those moments where we were certain it wasn't possible. The pride that comes from within is unique. It shakes the earth from under your feet. It's empowering, it's healing. If you haven't let yourself feel that yet, please take a moment to feel it now. You have so much to be proud of sitting here today. And so I offer you the most sincere and heartfelt congratulations I can, with nothing but confidence that we'll continue to build communities and spaces in the world that unite, that fight for justice, and that foster success and growth for all. I feel honored to stand as part of this graduating class, because in this group, I see the future that I want to live in. I want to conclude by offering a heartfelt thank you to the World Languages and Literatures Department for the opportunities they've provided for me and fellow students. Since my very first semester, this department has offered me endless support and love, so thank you so much. And I know that my department is just one of the many within our faculty who care deeply about the success and well-being of their students, which is what makes this faculty so special. I am grateful beyond words to be speaking on behalf of this graduating class. Thank you to everyone who helped us get here, to the caring professors, to the guests sitting in support in front of me, and to all those who couldn't be here today watching from home. Class of 2021, a most sincere congratulations again to each and every one of you. I hope that you're able to celebrate today in love and joy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mizuki, for your address. That was fantastic. The members of the graduating class will now be presented to the Chancellor to be admitted en masse to their degrees. And so I ask, here in Convocation Mall, but also wherever you are, will the graduates please rise? Madam Chancellor, I present to you those scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of this university, and ask that you confer upon them the degrees for which they are now recommended.
Thank you, Madam President. By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the Senate of this university, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees. Congratulations. Will the graduates please sit, except for you, don't.
So, members of the graduating class here in Convocation Mall are now going to be presented individually to the Chancellor. The entire graduating class will be presented online following today's formal proceedings. But first, a few requests for those of you who are in Convocation Mall. Would you please refrain from applauding the individual members of the graduating class until each group of degrees has been conferred? This does not apply to the conferral of doctoral degrees, and obviously we cannot forbid spontaneous outbursts of enthusiasm, and it might be the only way we can keep warm today, so I do encourage you to show your enthusiasm. And as a courtesy to others, as well as per health and safety protocols, we are asking that you remain seated until the conclusion of the ceremony. So, would the graduates please return to your seats following receipt of your degrees? However, for our doctoral graduates, we ask that you please join us on the platform. And for those of you who are at home, please make lots of noise and hug those in your circle. The degrees in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences will now be conferred. Madam Chancellor, I invite Dr. Jeff Dirksen, Dean and Associate Provost, Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, to begin the presentation of students earning graduate degrees.
Madam Chancellor, the graduates of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences will now be presented. I invite Dr. Peter Hall, Dean Pro Tem of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, to join us. Didn't read the card.
Terrific. All the best. That's great. Congratulations.
Dr. Farouk Abdul Salam, supervised by Dr. Luba Peterson.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Great day, eh? That's great. Well done. Got them done, eh?
Madam Chancellor, the graduates of master's degrees in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences will now be presented.
Jenna Aujla.
Well
Steve Kim, Zolzaya Taguldur, Denise Ansel,
You can stay where you are. Madam Chancellor, I now invite the Dean Pro Tem of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, Dr. Peter Hall, to begin the presentation of students earning undergraduate degrees.
Madam Chancellor, the graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences will now be presented.
Denise Ansel, Hao Chen Bao, Rosa Barrighello, Brenna Brar, Nan Cao, Patricia Cervantes, Eric Dong Seng Chan, Xuexin Chen, Ziheng Chen, Emily Chung, Noriko Claire, Talia Khan, Rachel Dawson,
Great work, congratulations.
Raymond DePensier, Ariel Dijon, Zebin Dong, Ryan Elken, Cassidy Ewart, Zue Gao,
Well done, congratulations.
Gokaup Genser,
Congratulations, well done. Yeah.
Mizuki Giffen,
Congratulations.
Minji Kim,
Thank you.
Mingjie Han,
Congratulations.
Christy Helm,
Congratulations.
Rayling Hu,
Well done.
Zhe Yu Huang,
Well done.
Thomas Johnny, Han Kyu Kim,
Congratulations, well done. Congratulations.
Ho Quen Kuo, Tuan Quang Le,
Congratulations.
Kalok Lee,
Congratulations.
Hui Chi Lai, Jai Lai, Xin Kai Lai, Jie Qi Liu, Zhe Yi Liu, Angela Yuan Yi Lo, Sai Lovan, Mei Xuan Lu, Catherine Manuel, Samad Manezia, Holly Mayers, Jack Madison, Connor McLeod, Yumin Lu, Gregorius Radia, Zibo Qiu, Ribka Adhika Porwoko, Hannah Pauls, Onosholema Ogyogbi. Lily Nicol. Rubab Singh. Liza Siamer. Danish Sharma. Ryan Sandhu. Samuel Samuel. Sinead Russell. Rachel Tajayana. Lara Teo. Mason Takeni. Sakshi Taneja. Sarah Slipek.
Congratulations. Well done.
Megan Slade. Taylor Winters Spruill. Melissa Wijana. Xiangqin Wang. Sana Uraizi. Hao Yang Wang. Olivia Tryon. Vyacheslav Trofimov. Minhin Matthew Tong. Ashley Wong. Fiona Wong. Xiao Tong Xiao. Jiang Xue. Jin Qi Xue. Umayavan Yoga Manoharan. Hue Yong Yun. Michelle Chilvoli Chiuli.
Madam Chancellor, the students who have completed the requirements for diplomas in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences will be presented.
Lacey Baker.
Congratulations.
Tanya Louise Seward. Kaya Williams.
Madam Chancellor, the student who has completed the requirements for a certificate in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences will now be presented.
Lana Leo.
Congratulations. Nicely done. While we wait for our students, graduates to return to their seats, Madam Chancellor, at this time, I would like the graduates to rise. Can you please rise? And actually, those at the back, if you just could look this way, we'll take a moment. That would be great. I want to congratulate each and every one of you on the completion of your degree. This is an impressive achievement, and I want to encourage your friends and family, now this is all of you here, to communicate your hearty congratulations by whatever means you would like to express that. Please. Now, I would like to invite the members of the graduating class to reciprocate by applauding your family, friends, faculty and staff, and those who have helped you reach this goal. Please be seated.
Friends, this completes the formal awarding of degrees. Some graduates recommended by the Senate for degrees today are unable to be present here in Convocation Mall, and their names have therefore not been read out. I now admit them to the appropriate degrees as shown in your program. As well, the names of all the Fall 2021 graduates will be read out and shown online shortly. In conclusion, I have several thank yous to express to all of you here and online, of course, for joining us in this great but chilly celebration today. And to the many staff, volunteers, faculty members who have worked together to run a safe and smooth convocation ceremony today for the first time in many, many months, thank you to you as well. This brings to a close the formal part of this morning's convocation. For our online guests, please stay for the virtual graduate procession, during which time all graduates will be individually named. For those of you here with me in the mall, to ensure that we all exit in a safe and orderly manner, please follow the instructions from the staff. You'll see them throughout the mall here. For now, may I ask you once again to please rise and remain standing as the platform party recesses. Thank you very much.
Now presenting the graduands of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. Dr. Farouk Abdul Salam, supervised by Dr. Luba Peterson. Dr. Liang Diao, supervised by Dr. Douglas Allen. Xiu-Chun Cao. Lai Jin Chen. Yan Chen. Ziseng Chen, Tin Dao, Alp Denise Daveci, Eric Fortier, Inez Hillel, Ian Khan, Jonas Kremer, Danielle Lucier, Sayed Hesmuddin Mahamadi, Kwok Hung Nguyen La, Ethan Pincott, Daniel Polio, Said Maya Rezadeh Kormiz, Simin Satari, Idi Wu, Zhao Yishu, Jingru Yang, Jay Barban, Megan Hogg, Danielle Pandotsky, Nancy Xue, Jenna Aujla, Dion Ko, Steve Kim, Natasha Letchford, Zolzaya Tuguldur, Nathaniel Andrews, Christopher Alphonse, Zhenzhen An, Ziqi An, Denise Ansel, Li Hongao, Jie Bai, Bryce Balanyuk, Hao Chen Bao, Rosa Barrighello, Reina Bhatia, Meg Bien, Brenna Brar, Shannon Bryan, Jingyi Cai, Nan Cao, Patricia Cervantes, Eric Zong Seng Chen, Phailam Chen, Boshuan Chen, Danyang Chen, Menghao Chen, Yiyu Chen, Xuexin Chen, Ziheng Chen, Lin Cheng, Shuwang Cheng, Emily Chung, Timothy Chung, Noriko Clare, Sydney Clydesdale, Yawen Tong, Talia Khan, Steve Corcoran, James Cruz, Lei Cui, Zerui Cui, Waiting Da, Rachel Dawson, Raymond DePensier, Tong Dung, Ariel Dijon, Zebin Dong, Sophia Draper, Hao Jie Du, Jocelyn Dyke, Ryan Elken, Cassidy Ewart, Xiao Fan, Wenjing Fan, Yanbo Fu, Zue Gan, Daniel Geddes, Renee Gemby, Gokalp Genser, Rosanna George, Mizuki Giffen, Minji Gim, Junyao Guo, Mingjie Han, Yijie Han, Mingxuan He, Xianliang He, Christy Helm, Ryan Hung, Leng Tzu Hu, Reiling Hu, Yu Hu, Kai Huang, Shi Ting Huang, Yibo Huang, Yike Huang, Zeyu Huang, Yi Hui, Mengting Jia, Yingjie Jia, Huaisheng Jiang, Kaiqing Jiang, Martina Zhou, Thomas Johnny, Jesse Joy, Han Kyu Kim, Rajan Kular, Ho Quen Kuo, Waiwan Lam, Lanita, Mayela Leroudoulier, Tuan Quang Le, Anastasia Lebendenko, Kalok Li, Tung Kung Lai, Hui Chi Lai, Jai Lai, Xinkai Lai, 伊瑞来，回民了，准朋了，书院林，亚军林，一红林，冰会流，韩维流，节气流，小梦流，元虚流，这一流。Angela Yuan E. Lo, Sai Lovan, Mei Xuan Lu, Yu Min Lu, Yuan Xin Lu, Ryan Luck, Chen Jie Ma, Connor McLeod, Jack Madison, Holly Mayers, Samad Manezia, Mankaran Manihani, Ikshan Manji, Catherine Manuel, Celeste Medina, Gil Hong Min, Lily Nicol, Onosholema Ogyogbi, Lai Pan, Hannah Pauls, Brennan Prasad, Ribka Adhika Purwoko, Wei Yao Chi, Peng Hong Chen, Zibo Cho, Meliza Jane Ketwa, Gregorius Radia, Hongyang Ran, Yi Chun Rao, Sinead Russell, Samuel, Ryan Sandhu, Samir Sattar, Agnes Seymour, Danish Sharma, Gaoyang Shen, Jiaxin Shen, Lu Shi, Liza Siamer, Rubab Singh, Megan Slade, Sarah Slipek, Megan Solheim, Zijian Song, Shi Shu, Bing Sun, Qi Sun, Zeyun Sun, Sakshita Nedja, Mason Tay Candy, Lara Teo, Rachel Tajayana, Minhin Matthew Tong, Vyacheslav Trofimov, Olivia Tryon, Olivia Ungaro, Sana Uraizi, Haowei Wang, Haoyang Wang, Mengchen Wang, Nai Wang, Tianyu Wang, Xiangqin Wang, Xin Wang, Wuliang Wang, Zihao Wang, Zijun Wang, Ziting Wang, Jing Weng, Melissa Wijana, Alexandra Wilson, Taylor Winters Sproul, Ashley Wong, Cynthia Wong, Fiona Wong, Hinbog Calvin Wong, Yutong Wu, Xiaotong Xiao, Cenhong Xu, Suwen Xu, Weifeng Xu, Xinyu Xu, Jiang Xue, Jinqi Xue, Yiwen Yang, Hyun Yang, Ying Yao, Wei Dongye, Umayavan Yoga Manoharan, Xue Yong Yun, Yu You, Ya Chi Yu, Yun Fan Yu, Michelle Chilvolich Yuli, Dejie Zheng, Bin Zan, Li Qingzang, Rui Zhang, Mingzhi Zhao, Xinyu Zhao, Yao Xinzeng, Yijia Zhou, Zixuan Zhou, Haiyang Ju, Suyu Ju, Riemann Zai, Maya Antone, Brianne Baker, Danzel Baker, Lacey Baker, Nida Baker, Victoria Gabriel, Gordon George, Elizabeth Gladu, Megan Innes, Liza Jacobs, Heather Jim, Marianne Joe, Tracy Norris, Natani Premozits, Serena Premozits, Anne-Marie Rex, Ruth Seward, Tanya Louise Seward, Kaya Williams, Sinakwala Weiss, Alexander Erikin, Kira Bondi, Gurpawanjit Chera, Samantha Grice, Lana Leal, Jerry Lee McBride, Jasmine Piao, Marcus Sparvier,